Hey folks, Athacus here. Let's talk about the Terminus Decree very quickly. The Terminus Decree, a formerly obscure document, has now been revealed to be of catastrophic importance to the Warhammer 40k setting. The document in its entirety is very interesting, but the main point of interest is right here. The Master of Mankind can never be allowed to leave the Golden Throne, either return to life, reborn in another's body, or ascended as some kind of warp entity. To say that the fandom's response has been vigorous would be a mild understatement, but I think that upon reflection, this piece of lore is actually less angering than it is more of a part with the melancholy state of affairs in the 42nd millennium. Without being too spoilery, it is revealed that throughout the Horus Heresy series of Black Library books, that the Emperor and his regent, Malcador the Sigilite, were the masters of plans within plans and wheels within wheels, constantly putting contingencies, fail-safes, and backups throughout all of their works. This level of planning reached a fevered peak as it became clear that Horus would make it all the way to the Sol system. In the wonderful book, The Master of Mankind, the Emperor explains to one of his most treasured custodies how he viewed the future and how he set out to achieve his goals by careful inspection of the branching nodes of the future. In the End and the Death trilogy, at the end of the Horus Heresy books, we also see Malcador the Sigilite in the throne room, spending his last moments before taking his seat upon the throne, giving final instructions via massive telepathic imprinting, some of which were almost too much for his adepts to process. It is from these final instructions and a lot of preparation prior to the scenes in the End and the Death that the Grey Knights arose. A final safeguard and contingency by the two masters of such things, the Sigilite and the Emperor. Don't fool yourself. Anything the Sigilite was doing, the Emperor absolutely knew about. They were very much hand in glove throughout the entirety of their rule together. Unfortunately, this is also where the tragedy of the Terminus Decree arises. The Sigilite was well aware that the Emperor could become a warp entity, essentially a new god of chaos, undivided. The gods of the warp would even have welcomed this ascension, I believe, as it would still have meant the overall triumph of the warp over the material plane. The Sigilite was also aware that one of the most likely threads of the future prophesied that the Emperor would come back to the throne shattered in body. A fate, when coupled with being chained to the throne for an eternity of torment, might unseat even a being possessed of godlike willpower, such as the Emperor. Now, we see stirrings throughout the galaxy that appear to bear the Emperor's handprint. The current chapter master of the Grey Knights will be more keenly aware than ever of the Terminus Decree. It is essentially a suicide pact for the Grey Knights. The odds of any of them surviving to defeat, let alone restrain, as laughable as that idea is, the Emperor, are infinitesimal. There might have been a point when the Knights were newly founded, the Custodes decimated, and the Emperor newly installed on the throne, that the Terminus Decree might have been feasible for the Grey Knights. But that opportunity is long past. Now, all they can do is look at the sure death of their chapter and the failure of their duty, and pray that it never comes to pass. The pathos of Warhammer 40k in a nutshell. Thanks very much for checking out this video. I would love a chance to debate the subject matter in the comments and to answer any further questions that you may have. Also, if the video moved you, I hope that you will like it and subscribe to my channel for future content in this vein. Stay safe out there, folks, and as always, Ave Imperator.